Hello there you guys, welcome to another one of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be officially updating you on some more current latest news. So if you do consider drop your likes, and if you do consider subscribe as always. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has currently confirmed in relation to Alexis Sanchez. Now it has confirmed Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has currently lost trustworthy in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and he doesn't have any faith. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has lost trustworthy in Alexis Sanchez, should I say, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has no faith now in Alexis Sanchez. So I think he has confirmed as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer that Alexis Sanchez is going to be left out of the squad tomorrow. So Sanchez is not going to be featuring against Liverpool. So from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's perspective, he's trying to rush Martial and Lingard into the squad, so he basically can't avoid playing Alexis Sanchez. So hopefully, as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did currently confirm that Martial and Lingard were initially going to be out for up to 2 to 3 weeks, but what he's recently said in relation to Martial and Jesse Lingard, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did basically say that they could be in contention to play tomorrow, and he did say he hopes they are both fit for tomorrow, Martial and Lingard, so they can be involved in the game. So he did say a while back initially, they were going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks, because obviously Martial's obviously, got a groin injury. Lingard, of course, has got a hamstring injury as well, so they've both got muscular problems, and obviously, they're very, very young in the generation, they both create that width very, very well, even though Lingard, can play in the middle, but I think he does look very, very good on the right-hand side. So I think both players' progression as Manchester United players, have been very, very good indeed, and of course they are very, very young. But as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said in relation to Sanchez will be left out of the team tomorrow. So he's basically saying, I think Manchester United are planning, to get rid of Sanchez in the summer. To be quite honest with you, it is obviously maybe going to be hard for us Manchester United to find a buyer for him, considering that he's on over £500,000 a week, as we all currently know, and he's been at Manchester United, now just over a year. But as Solskjaer has confirmed in relation to Sanchez, Solskjaer basically doesn't trust Sanchez. Solskjaer doesn't trust Sanchez to play against Liverpool, so he's hoping that Martial and Lingard can return back to full fitness before the game tomorrow. So we'll see what happens in that scenario. But Sanchez, as I did currently say, he's the only player that's been very, very disappointing since Solskjaer's come in, and he's been disappointing since we got him from Arsenal. We've had him just over a year now, Alexis Sanchez. He's lacked goals, as I currently said. He's lacked consistency. He hasn't established himself in the team, Alexis Sanchez, as I currently said, and he's 30 years of age now, and he has lost that pace as Alexis Sanchez, and he's nowhere near the player he was at Arsenal. But Solskjaer did say, actually, before the Chelsea game in the FA Cup, he did say that he's currently, Solskjaer did say, but any manager's going to say, he did say that Solskjaer was confident that Sanchez's form will improve as a Manchester United player, because obviously a lot of people know what Sanchez can be capable of, because he can be a talented player and all that, but he hasn't shown it yet as a Manchester United player. Of course, he's been here just over the years. Okay, he has suffered a couple of injuries, as I currently said, so he has had a couple of, I think, of hamstring injuries, so that's affected him as well. But we know mainly anywhere Alexis Sanchez hasn't been first choice, because we know mainly Martial has been first choice on that left-hand side and above Sanchez, because Martial's a better player. Obviously, he's a lot younger. Still got a lot of years ahead of him as Anthony Martial, but Sanchez, has lost that yard of pace, and he's aged now 30, and he's nowhere near the player he was currently at Arsenal. But he's well Premier League proven. But as I did currently say, Solskjaer's confirmed that he's lost trustworthy in Alexis Sanchez, he's lost faith in Alexis Sanchez, and maybe he doesn't think he's going to improve Alexis Sanchez. So maybe Man United may consider, sanctioning him off in the current summer. But his form has definitely not been rejuvenated. But when he has been given the chance under Solskjaer, which hasn't been often, he has failed to impress. And Solskjaer, of course, has been very, very, Solskjaer hasn't been satisfied with his current performances, when he has had the chance to play Alexis Sanchez. And I don't really blame him, to be quite honest. He doesn't trust Alexis Sanchez to play against Liverpool, so he's got good mind thinking there as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But hopefully, as recent reports do suggest, Solskjaer did confirm that Martial and Lingard could be in contention, so basically he's trying to rush them back to he's trying to rush them, to get full fitness so they can feature, in tomorrow's game, so he doesn't have to play Alexis Sanchez if Martial and Lingard, get full fitness, before the game tomorrow, as I said. But yeah, I do think Manchester United, will consider, selling definitely, sanctioning Alexis Sanchez off in the summer. But as I did say, it's going to be harder to find a buyer, as I said. And of course, as recent reports have been coming out, I do praise Jurgen Klopp, for what he's currently said. Jurgen Klopp, I give him all my credit, of what he said. He did basically say, Jurgen Klopp, that Solskjaer deserves the permanent job. And, from Jurgen Klopp's perspective, he did come out, praising, he did, praise a few Manchester United players. He did say Ander Herrera's great. He said Paul Pogba is great. So as Jurgen Klopp's got his mind screwed on, as he does currently know, because from his own perspective, Jurgen Klopp knows it's going to be a different kettle of fish tomorrow. He knows it's going to be different, different Manchester United team he's going to be facing, as Jurgen Klopp is aware of. But Jurgen Klopp has praised Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, for the fantastic job he's done so far as Manchester United manager. He's praised him for the fantastic job he's done as Manchester United manager so far. And Jurgen Klopp, from his own perspective, did say 100% he should get the job permanently. This is what Jurgen Klopp said in relation to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And he did say he deserves the Man United job 100%. And this is what Jurgen Klopp did say. So in a way, I think Jurgen Klopp is fearing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You've got as well, Gary Neville coming out of the media saying, if Solskjaer will get Man United job, if we win, if we win over Liverpool. This is what Gary Neville also said as well. Giggs come out in the press the other week saying that Solskjaer should be given the job on a full-time basis as well. Based on the fantastic progression he's done so far. So a lot, quite a few pundits have said he should get the job on a full-time basis. Of course, the majority or all of the Manchester United fans, including me, now thinking that he should get the job on a full-time basis. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as I currently said. But a lot of people have currently said it, as I said, that he should get the job on a full-time basis, Manchester United manager, because, he's brought the fluidity back to the team, he's brought the intensity back to the team, he's brought that free-flowing attacking football, we look very, very good from back to front. You can see, since Solskjaer's coming, our front men no longer look isolated. You can see that, we've got defenders that are willing to play out from the back, full-backs getting higher up the pitch, as I said. He's rejuvenated the form of the whole team, apart from Alexis Sanchez, as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You can see now Solskjaer's getting the best out of the players. He's getting the best out of the likes of Rashford, Martial, Lingard, Paul Pogba, who I think has been one of our most influential players. And Pogba is getting the freedom to express himself, as we all know. He's playing in delicate passes through his breaks, box to box, are looking very, very good. So he's in absolutely scintillating form as well as Paul Pogba. And hopefully somewhere along the lines, we can come to an agreement of getting him a new contract as well, Paul Pogba, because he's still currently got 2 years left on his current deal. As reports did say before that his current agent Raiola was going to negotiate with the Manchester United board about potentially getting Pogba a new contract to the club, and he does deserve it based on his fantastic performances, since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's come in. But as I did currently say, I'm impressed the majority of the team since Solskjaer's come in, and there's no doubt about it now. He's got to get the job on a full-time basis, as I said. Obviously, we've initially paid 1.8 million to Mold to get him temporary. Of course, as well, if we do get him on a full-time basis, it'd only cost us around £7-8 million, to get him on a full-time basis anywhere. Because obviously Solskjaer knows everything about the club. He knows the club inside out, of course. He was a great player for 11 years under Alex Ferguson. He grew, developed, and he flourished fantastically well. Solskjaer, he won a lot of trophies. Obviously, hasn't won out much as yet in terms of silverware as a manager. He did win. He still managed to win 2 Norwegian titles with Molde in his 2 spells he had there, and he still currently got a deal with Molde until 2021. Didn't do so good with Cardiff, and he watched from this team now at this day and age grow and develop when he was managing the reserve team. Solskjaer, and he was a good manager, when he was managing the reserve team, as I said, because he did win a couple of trophies there. But mainly, he won trophies as a player. But I do think, if we can get some new additions into the club in the summer, I've already identified, the areas we do need to strengthen up. We get some new additions into the club in the summer. Reports do say we're going to get around £200 million to spend in the summer as well. And Solskjaer's going to have a big say on our transfers in the summer. I do think we can be potential title contenders for next season. We can be potentially title contenders for next season and get us back up there. Challenging for major honours. And get us back winning silver on a regular basis. Like we did do under them successful years under Alex Ferguson for 27 years. But obviously we know our objective this season is to get in that top 4, as we all know. Obviously, hopefully somewhere along the line, we can succeed in the FA Cup as well. But there's no doubt about it, Solskjaer deserves a job on a full-time basis because his managerial style suits the club. He suits the strappings of the club, does Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and he's got the team playing in the right vein, in the right manner. You can see the structure of the teams, like the cohesion of the teams, like you can see the aggressiveness in the team. You can see that we're looking very distinctive in our play. We're demonstrating now that we can keep the ball very, very well indeed. But it would be ideal to get some young players, that could grow, develop and mould in the summer, because I do see experienced players leaving in the summer, of course. And a lot of people, as myself, I think it's the experienced players, that are causing us the problems. We have got fringe players in our squad as well, as I currently said, but we could, see quite a few players leave in the summer. So we're all aware, the Manchester United board and that are all aware, that investment is definitely needed in this Manchester United team. But as I currently say, I've been impressed the majority of the team. As I currently said, I've been very, very impressed indeed. I think Marcus Rashford's progression as a Manchester United player, has been very, very good indeed. It's obviously going to be likely he's going to be in contention to play tomorrow. I think he's indicated that he's set to sign a new 6-year deal. That's really, really good news because he's only 21. He's growing, developing, he's flourishing fantastically well, and he's playing a key role under Ole Gunnar Solsjaker. Is Marcus Rashford? He's got 6 years. He's set to sign a new 6-year deal. Is Marcus Rashford? So he's now 21. So that would take him to the age of 27. If he is to sign this new 6-year deal, obviously I think he's going to get a massive wage increase. I think he's going to get a wage of around £200,000 a week. So somewhere along the lines, he's going to get the similar sort of wages, to what currently Martial is receiving now. But his current deal still ends in 2020. Rashford's, there's still an option of a further year as well. But since Solskjaer's coming, his form's much better. He's playing more of a key role. He's Rashford. He's scoring more goals. As I said, his finishing's also improved as well. And he's a great Manchester United player. And, he's been in United player since the age of 7. Progressing up the ranks fantastically well. Being in the senior squad with Manchester United, since 2016 as well. Marcus Rashford. So yeah, especially indeed, I've been very, very impressed with his performances. Indeed, Marcus Rashford, and I think he's a very, very influential player, Marcus Rashford, because we know obviously that mainly he has been first choice over Romelu Lukaku. Because in relation to Romelu Lukaku, as I said, I think Man United could consider, letting Romelu Lukaku leave. I think we could consider letting Lukaku leave in the summer. I think we are planning to cash in for Romelu Lukaku in the summer, because obviously he's lost his place in that starting 11 as Romelu Lukaku, and as we all know, he's very, very slow. I have strong reservations about Romelu Lukaku, as I currently said. Still got a good pedigree in the Premier League, still a proven prolific goal scorer in the Premier League, as I said. His form has been slightly rejuvenated since Solskjaer's coming, but mainly we know he hasn't really had that opportunity, because we know Rashford has been first choice in that central attacking position. But Rashford Lukaku has demonstrated, when he has been given the opportunity, that his performances have improved. I think he's been chasing them channels well, as Romelu Lukaku, as I currently said. But I think Man United are planning to cash in for Lukaku in the summer, as I currently said. So we could be looking to sanction him off. I don't think we'll recoup the £75 million we initially paid for him. There was a narrative going on about the other day, or should I say the other week, that Man United, were planning, to cash in for Lukaku in the summer. And it did say Man United were planning to cash in for him in the summer in order for us to have land, Paulo Dybala and Icardi. He's a Juventus player, Dybala. Icardi's an Inter Milan player. And it did say Man United the other week, there hasn't been more reports on it from what I know of. The Italian press did report that Man United were in talks with both Juventus and Inter Milan over a potential Romelu Lukaku swap deal, meaning Man United willing to offer Lukaku as part of the deal of us either getting Dybala from Juventus or Icardi from Inter Milan. And actually Lukaku did indicate that he does if he is to leave, he does prefer the move to Juventus, as I said. And Man United identified a replacement for Lukaku of either us getting Dybala from Juventus or Icardi from Inter Milan. And I do really, really like both players, because they are still quite young. Icardi's 26, he's just turned 26. Icardi, Inter Milan, he's 26 years of age now. Paulo Dybala's 25. They're both Argentinian as well, and they are the biggest names in Italian football. I think if one of them were to come in the summer, they'd be a great addition to our team. And do you think, they complement our front line, fantastically well? Because obviously, as the reports do mention, that Dybala's out of favour at Juventus this season. Icardi's out of favour at Inter Milan this season. Reportedly after Icardi's just recently lost the captain's armband, reportedly Icardi. And of course, Inter Milan are becoming increasingly frustrated with Icardi as well. But he's a good, efficient finisher. Icardi, Dybala's a good, efficient finisher as well. But they are both very, very good players indeed. Got a lot of tenacity about the play. Very direct, very tenacious. As I currently said, are both players. And Icardi, they're both valued at around £100 million anyway. Dybala and Icardi. Icardi scored over 100 odd goals since he's been at Inter Milan. And, obviously, he's grown, developed and flourished fantastically well. And, he's, scored over 100 goals since he's been in Inter Milan, So, obviously, the majority of his goals have come at Inter Milan. This is his 6th season now with Inter Milan, is Icardi's, as we all currently know. He's obviously Inter Milan's 9th highest top goal scorer of all time. Of course, he's rated at around £100 million, because obviously his release clause is around £100 million, is Icardi's. But reports, as they're all explaining the other week, his long-term stay at Inter Milan could be in jeopardy now after he has lost the captain's armband. And somewhere along line, Inter Milan have increasingly, become frustrated with him. But I do highly rate Dybala as well. He's lost his place in the Juventus team this season as well, so he could well leave Juventus in the summer. He did say United were interested in Dybala, so could they could there be a potential Lukaku and Dybala swap deal on the cards? Because obviously Lukaku said if he's to leave, he would indicate that he does prefer the move to Juventus, because there was a narrative about this last year that, Juventus has showed an interest in Romelu Lukaku. But as it has confirmed, obviously, Lukaku has definitely, lost his place in the team. And as Dig currently said, the main attacking trio, Solsjaker, has been going with anywhere, has obviously been Martial on the left, Rashford centrally, and Lingard on the right. We know Lingard can play in that attacking mid, but he usually plays on the right when he plays, obviously. We know that Rashford can play out wide as well, but obviously, from my point of view, Rashford looks more very, very effective essentially out wide. That's basically, Martial's position, as I currently said. As I currently said, and we know mainly the main attack. We know mainly under Solskjaer the midfield trio. He mainly goes with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He's obviously Herrera, Matic, and Pogba, as we all know. Because they look very, very effective in that midfield indeed. Herrera, Matic, and Pogba. I've been very, very impressed. With Ander Herrera's performances. I think his progression as a Manchester United player. He's very, very good as well. I think he's showing that determination now. He's galloping forward more. His passing accuracy improved. He's good at breaking up the play as well. He's Ander Herrera, and he does deserve a new contract, Ander Herrera, based on his fantastic performances he's put in for Manchester United, and especially since Solskjaer's coming, his form's been rejuvenated. He's fitting in that midfield very, very well. He's Ander Herrera, and he's playing a big part in the team. He's been playing more regular from the start as well. I think we are set to come to an agreement of getting him a new 3-year deal worth around £100,000 a week. But I've always liked Ander Herrera, and I think he's always been a consistent player. Since we got him, Ander Herrera, from Atletico Bilbao, and I think this is his 5th season now in the process at Manchester United. He's Ander Herrera, so I've been very, very impressed with his performances indeed. Matic, I have strong reservations about Matic. I think his performances have slightly improved since Solskjaer's come in, but I have strong reservations about him because he's slow. He's very, very static, as I said. I have strong reservations about him, but as I did currently say, he's tall as well and he's aging up, so it would be ideal for us to get a sensitive defensive midfielder, that's fast and tenacious. As I said, and that's one of the key areas I did identify, where we do need to strengthen up in the process. And of course, I think I've been very, very impressed with Victor Lindelof's performances this season as a Manchester United player as well. I think he's showing that determination. He can play out from the back. His distribution's improved. He's looking more effective. His passing is Victor Lindelof. And I've been very, very impressed with Victor Lindelof as a Manchester United player. I think his progression's really, really improved as a United player, as I said. And I think he struggled in his first season, but this season he's fitting in that central defensive area very, very well. And I think him and Bay, complement each other fantastically well, without a shadow of a doubt. Bay's been in and out of the team this season, as I said, but he still has got great potential as Eric Bay. But I've been definitely very, very impressed with his performances indeed. Bay, when he has been given that chance, and I think that'll be Solskjaer's number one now in that central defensive area. Bay and Lindelof as centre back partnership, because they're building a relationship together. They're blending in, very, very well. As I said, as I did currently say, so I've been impressed with Lindelof's performances, especially this season. I've been impressed with the majority of the team, as I currently said. Obviously, I haven't heard much about, it's a bit of a mess at the moment if United try to hire a director of footballer to come in as well, because obviously we're still looking, to get a director of footballer to come in as well, as Ed Woodward wants to do. He wants to get a director of footballer to come into the club as well. I haven't heard much news on that, since the last time I updated you on that a while ago on one of my live videos as well. But we know that there's been some names, that have been mentioned, who Manchester United, could get in the summer, as I have give you an update on. As I updated you on my recent video earlier on, it wasn't too long ago, I did that recent video in relation to Koulibaly. So as reports do mention that reportedly we have been given a transfer boost in our pursuit of Koulibaly, reportedly, after his current agent has revealed and he's come out and basically said that, Koulibaly would not betray Napoli by joining Juventus, and his current agent also said he has ruled out Koulibaly making a move to Juventus, even though Juventus have showed an interest. But reportedly his agents come out saying basically that his agent said Koulibaly would not betray Napoli by joining Juventus, and his agent basically revealed if he is to leave, he would basically move abroad, and this is what he said in relation to Koulibaly. So his current agent Koulibaly has basically ruled him out making a move to Juventus. Juventus, Koulibaly. So that's some good news for us as well, because the reports coming out the other day, about Koulibaly, was it last week? I'll give you an update on saying that this was Koulibaly, said he was still fully committed to Napoli. He was happy at Napoli, as he did currently say. He was very, very happy at Napoli, but he did say he was happy, that he was attracting interest. He was happy that, teams were following him, and he's still looking to improve on his game, Koulibaly. I still think he's a very, very good central defender without a shadow of a doubt. If we were to get him, he would be a great, fantastic leader in our back line, without a shadow of a doubt with Koulibaly. His performances under Maurizio Sarri were very, very good. Now his performances under Carlo Ancelotti are very, very good indeed. And I think areas of his game, he is adapting, absolutely fantastic as well. I don't think he's got any weaknesses about his game. Tenacious, he shows that, determination, to play out from the back as well. And, he's highly rated, his Koulibaly. I think he's one of the best central defenders in world football, at this moment in time. And it would be good for him, to come and experience the Premier League. Of course, still got a lot of years ahead of him, 27. Very, very tall indeed as well. He's Koulibaly. He has still got a contract, don't forget, with Napoli till 2023 as the player as well. So obviously, Man United we've identified him as our major number one priority target for the summer, to address our defensive deficiencies, and he would be fantastic indeed. And we know it would cost us in the excess of around £90 million to get him in the summer, and we would make him the most expensive defender in world football, as I did currently say. But as I did say in the process, we've been linked with him for the past 2 windows. In the process so far, we've had 3 bids turned down for him. The recent one was £95 million. We had turned down for Koulibaly. But yeah, he deserves it. I hope to God, that we can come to an agreement of getting Koulibaly in the summer. Of course, we didn't get him in January, of course, because obviously Napoli were being ruthless and they were standing firm, and they weren't willing to sell him off. As the Napoli president himself confirmed as well. But he is the number one for the summer, as we all know. But what his agent has come out with, as it's been reported on in the last couple of days, he has basically said, his agent said he's ruled Koulibaly out of making the move to Juventus, and he's basically said his current agent has said his agent has said he would not betray Napoli. He would not betray Napoli by joining Juventus, and this is what his current agent has currently explained. So in that scenario, Koulibaly's agent has given us some good news as well. Obviously, we've identified Milan Skriniar as a possible target for the summer as well. But now, as I did say, that could be our pursuit of Milan Skriniar. Could be in jeopardy, and it could be coming to a conclusion, as it has been revealed that Milan Skriniar himself has confirmed he is close to agreeing a new contract with Inter Milan. Milan Skriniar, of course, he's only 24 years of age, so he's very, very young in his prime. He's nowhere near on the same level or calibre as Koulibaly, as we all know. He's nowhere near on the same level as Koulibaly or the Rafael Varanes or the Diego Gordons and all that, but he's still very, very young in his prime, and I think he's grown, developed and flourished fantastically well, and I think he's fitting that Inter Milan team very, very well, and Inter Milan know how much of an essential player he is to their team. I think he's valued at around £75 million is Milan Skriniar, but we did identify him as a possible summer target as well, but it's looking likely he's going to commit his future with Inter Milan, and he's going to be signing a new contract with Inter Milan as well, as the player himself has currently revealed. And obviously, we've been interested in other defenders as well, as I have confirmed. We've been interested in other defenders as well, as I've already, giving you an update on. But I do expect departures in the summer, as I've already confirmed. I expect Valencia to leave his club in the summer. Being one of his long-serving players here at Manchester United. He's been here since 2009. Of course, he's won everything in English football as well. Obviously, just recently suffered another injury, so he's going to be out for a couple of weeks, as I said. He's had a few injury problems this season as Valencia, but he's obviously lost his place in the team. Obviously, because Ashley Young's our first choice right back now, and obviously Valencia's 33. Ashley Young, of course, is 33 as well. So they are both, aging up, and they're both coming to the end of the playing careers. There was speculation about Valencia leaving in January. I think West Ham have actually, showed an interest in Antonio Valencia as well. So to be quite honest with you, I can see Valencia leaving in the summer, but we definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, we do need that right hand side addressing without a shadow of a doubt. Ashley Young just recently signed a new 1-year extension as well. He could still leave in the summer, Ashley Young, as I currently said, because he's 33 years of age, unless he stays for another season, and then probably leaves after that. I do not know. But as I did currently say, Ashley Young, I don't really rate him anymore. He still can have good games. He's obviously our first choice right back. Now and again, we've rotated him to the left hand side. Mainly, he's a winger because when he was younger, he was a winger. But we obviously operate him as a right back. Ashley Young, as I currently said, and obviously of course well Premier League proven, as I said. And I do expect Darmian, as I do keep mentioning, to leave in the summer as well. Probably Marcus Rojo could possibly leave Manchester United in the summer. And I've already given you an update. Alexis Sanchez probably could leave in the summer as well. Lukaku could leave in the summer. So these players that are definitely going to depart Manchester United, because obviously Sanchez is 30 as well. He's aging up. Lukaku's only 25, 26, so he's still got a lot of years ahead of him. But he's obviously lost his place in his starting 11 as well, Lukaku. So obviously he may want to go to another team where he's going to be guaranteed first team football week in, week out. And obviously under Solskjaer, Lukaku has lost his place in the starting 11 because obviously Rashford is obviously Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's preferred choice. As I currently said. But what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did basically say in relation to Alexis Sanchez, I think he's gonna leave him out for the Liverpool game tomorrow. Solskjaer has basically confirmed now he has no trustworthy now in Alexis Sanchez, and he has no faith in Alexis Sanchez, and he's dropping Alexis Sanchez tomorrow. He's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and he hopes to rush Lingard and Martial back into the squad, and he hopes they can be fit for tomorrow's game against Liverpool. Initially, they were going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks, but I think there has been good signs, that they are recovering from injury, faster, Lingard and Martial, and obviously you can see that the pace is in the team, when Martial's on the left and Lingard's on the right. So you've got Sanchez on the left, Mata on the right. You can see that they're both aging up. Both players, Sanchez and Mata, have both lost a yard of pace. They're both 30 years of age, as I said, and the bags of pace is not in the team on the right. Work that bit. Yeah, as I did currently say, I was just coming downstairs, as I said. But we know there's been other news going on as well in relation to Jadon Sancho, and that there's been a narrative going on about that now for at least the last couple of weeks. And reportedly, Manchester United have identified him as a summer transfer target. Jadon Sancho. It's been going on in the media, for the past couple of weeks. About Jadon Sancho. Again, very very young in his prime. Only 18 years of age, Jadon Sancho. Also very beneficial as well, because he is English, is Jadon Sancho, and he does show that ability to attack. He shows that ability to get forward very, very well. He is mainly a winger. He's only 18 years of age, and as I did say, his progression's been very, very good. Since he's broken into the Borussia Dortmund first team, his performances have been very, very good indeed. I think he's a good young talented player. But as I did mention in the media, Jadon Sancho will only agree to join Man United if we can offer him Champions League football for next season. So obviously, obviously, for us to have any chances of signing Jadon Sancho in the summer, we have to get top 4 and obviously, get Champions League qualification for the next season. As reports do mention, Man United would have to pay probably around at least £70 million, to get Jadon Sancho in the summer. Reportedly, we could even end up paying around £100 million for Jadon Sancho in the summer, and that's staggering amounts of money for the young player, as I said. But I think he'd fit the Manchester United agenda very, very, very well. And of course, he's very, very young. His generation, he's flourishing fantastically well at Borussia Dortmund. And as I did currently say, he's a very, very good player. Is Jadon Sancho, as I said. But it would take a huge bid, to get Jadon Sancho in the summer. As reports, obviously, Jadon Sancho in the past, has had experience of playing in the Premier League, of course, anywhere. Because obviously, he served 2 years at Manchester City in their youth academy. Of course, he never played in the first team with Manchester City, did Jadon Sancho, because obviously City couldn't guarantee him first team football to get. They couldn't guarantee Jadon Sancho, to get into the first team, and this is the main reason why he went to Borussia Dortmund. Jadon Sancho, as I currently said, he actually began his youth career with Watford as well. Did Jadon Sancho, for a number of years. But as I said, he's only 18 years of age. He has got a contract with Dortmund until 2022, I think. He has got a contract with Dortmund until 2022 as Jadon Sancho. But since he's broken into the first team, reportedly his performances have been very, very good indeed. indeed. But it would take, quite a lot of money, from us, to land Jadon Sancho in the summer. And obviously, with us to have any hopes of getting him, we have to offer him, Champions League football for next season, Jadon Sancho's. But we've identified him as a summer target, Jadon Sancho. And of course, Manchester City themselves, if Manchester United are to come to an agreement to get Jadon Sancho in the summer, Manchester City would reportedly receive around 15% of the transfer fee anywhere, because reportedly City, I think, inserted a 15% sell-on clause in terms of the deal, or something like that. And City do have a buyback option on the player. I think they do, yes they do, and City did insert a buyback clause in his current contract, Jadon Sancho's as well. So City would, receive around 15% of the transfer fee, if we were to get, Jadon Sancho in the summer, if we were to come to an agreement with Borussia Dortmund. But as I did currently say, his performances have been very, very good. And Borussia Dortmund are known for doing business, with their players. They did business, they sold Christian Pulisic for 58 million to Chelsea. He's going to be officially Chelsea a player in the new season, as I said, because he's being loaned back to Dortmund. Again, they sold Aubameyang as well. They sold Ousmane Dembele. He's very, very young. They sold him to Barcelona for around 105, 106 million pounds as well. So Borussia Dortmund are known for doing business with their players. But we have been keeping track on Jadon Sancho indeed, but he's a very, very good young player. Got good physical attributes. There's areas of his game that he's adapted fantastically well. Very tenacious, got a lot of tenacity about his play, and he can score goals. He can provide them as well. So it would be good for us if we could come to the agreement to get Sancho in the summer. But it would take a lot of money, and it would probably take a bid of at least £70 million to convince Borussia Dortmund to sanction him off. As I said, we could even end up paying a nine-figure sum, of £100 million, for Jadon Sancho, as I said. So he's been linked with Manchester United. But yeah, as we all currently know, guys, very, very big game tomorrow, as we all know, Manchester United, Liverpool, as I said. And, what I said earlier on in the video, I do praise Jurgen Klopp, for what he said. He's praised Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He basically said Klopp has no doubt, that Solskjaer, will get the job permanently at Manchester United. And he did say, basically, from Jurgen Klopp, this is from Jurgen Klopp's perspective, he did say that Solskjaer deserves the permanent job, and he's praised him, for the fantastic work he's done so far. But he said he's 100%, Jurgen Klopp. That's his percentage. He's 100%. He's 100%, that Solskjaer deserves the job, and this is what basically Jurgen Klopp come out in the press and currently said. But as I did currently say, we want to get top four this season so we can get Champions League for next season to obviously attract more players' interest, to invest more money into the club, and maybe we could even sanction the likes of Lukaku and Sanchez, as it does explain, for us to even fund the move for Jadon Sancho, as I said, to free some money up, to recruit some money back, and use that money to get Jadon Sancho on the board. So he did say Man United could be willing to sell two of our players, to fund the move for Jadon Sancho reportedly as well. But yeah, it's going to be a big game. As I said, it's the biggest game in English football. Is Manchester United and Liverpool. As we all biggest game in English football, as we all know. The two most successful clubs historically. As I currently said, Liverpool, of course, obviously going for the lead this season. They've only lost one game all season. Defensively they've improved, Liverpool, this season. Attacking they look very, very good as well, because they have invested in the last couple of seasons of Liverpool, as we all know. They spent quite a lot of money, as I said. But obviously from Liverpool's perspective and from Jurgen Klopp's perspective, obviously they want to win the title this season, as I said, because obviously they never won the Premier League since it got founded in 1992, 1993. Overall, they haven't won it overall for nearly 3 decades. They haven't won a major honour since 2006 of Liverpool. Liverpool, as we all clearly know. So that's 13 years now or something like that. But I am confident, Man United are going to win. He could possibly play a similar lineup, to as he did do against Chelsea. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, probably David, De Gea definitely, will be back in net, as we all currently know, for this Liverpool game. Probably Bay may come into the squad as well. And Solskjaer is hopeful that Martial and Lingard, can play as well, and he hopes they can recover from injury in time and get full fitness as well. So Martial and Lingard, can participate as well. But yeah, I don't think Sanchez will be starting, as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has confirmed he's lost faith in him, he's lost trustworthy in him, and he has confirmed Solskjaer he hopes to rush Lingard and Martial back, as he's currently said, so he can avoid, playing Alexis Sanchez. But as I did currently say, it's going to be a very, very big game, as I currently said. And I do think Man United are going to win it, to be quite honest, because both teams are in good form. There again, recently Liverpool have crumbled a little bit. They weren't good midweek against Bayern Munich, and Liverpool themselves have got injuries. They've got Dejan Lovren out, as Klopp's confirmed he's missing. Virgil van Dijk is set to return back into the squad because obviously he missed the Bayern Munich game due to a suspension. Did Virgil van Dijk. Chamberlain's out long-term absence as well. I think they've got Joe Gomez out through injury as well of Liverpool, as I said. But they have invested in the last couple of seasons, as I said. Virgil van Dijk's done good for them. They addressed the defensive deficiencies fantastically well. They paid 75 million for him. They've got a good goalkeeper in Alisson. They've got a good attacking trio in Salah, Firmino, and Mane of Liverpool as well. As I currently said, and they have got a lot of quality in that team of Liverpool. That could cause us problems, but we've also got a lot of quality in our team as well that could cause Liverpool problems. And Jurgen Klopp was discussing about Pogba being great and Herrera being great, so he does know that he does know where the threats come from in our team. To Jurgen Klopp. So basically, he has got his head screwed on. But basically, we found when since Solskjaer's come in, we found a solution, and that solution has currently worked out. Which is very, very good indeed. But I do praise, honestly praise Jurgen Klopp, for what he's currently said. He's praised Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for what he's done. He did say on his behalf, Jurgen Klopp, he did say he deserves the job. He deserves the permanent job. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he said Jurgen Klopp said Solskjaer has the qualities, and he does deserve. And Klopp said he does deserve the Man United job 100%, and this is what Jurgen Klopp said. So basically, Jurgen Klopp is backing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to get the job permanently, and he's 100% confident Klopp that that he will get the job permanently at Manchester United. Solskjaer, as he said. So all respect, to Jurgen Klopp, and I think these comments have been coming out. I think somewhere along the line, he's fearing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as Jurgen Klopp, because he knows now it's going to be a different kettle of fish, as Jurgen Klopp is aware of. But I do think it's going to be a very, very good game. I do think we're going to win it. I think it's going to be 2-1 to Manchester United, to be quite honest with you. I think it will be hard for us, to keep Liverpool out, because, they've got a lot of quality in that team. But I do definitely think, we are going to win that game tomorrow without a shadow of a doubt. But yeah, we've heard good news today, as I said earlier on. Koulibaly, well, we've heard it in the past couple of days. Koulibaly's agents come out saying that, he said, Koulibaly would not betray Napoli by joining Juventus. And his basic agent has also basically ruled Koulibaly out of making a move to Juventus. So we know the rumours still persist with him being linked with a summer move to Old Trafford, Koulibaly as well. So anyway, I'll give you news that happened yesterday, as you all currently heard on my channel. You'd have heard on quite a lot of other people's channels as well. Especially Chelsea fans, as it did confirm, they have been given a transfer ban for 2 windows. So obviously this means they can't make any signings in the summer. This summer they can't make any signings next January. So they can't do any transfer activity until the summer of 2020. As we all quickly know, Chelsea. They have been given this transfer ban by FIFA, as it has confirmed. Chelsea have also been fined in total £460,000, while Football Association have been found I think the Football Association have been found around £390,000 as well. So there could be some good news in this, from Chelsea's perspective. Eden Hazard probably now will remain loyal to the club, but obviously now they've got this transfer ban, he'll probably end up staying at Chelsea now, because obviously Chelsea got this transfer ban. Chelsea themselves have confirmed that they are going to appeal against the decision, of them getting this transfer ban. But this is for basically. But the reason Chelsea have got this transfer ban is because it's something to do with youth players. It's basically for them, breaching around the transfers of minors. So it's for them for breaching around the transfers of minors, and this is why reportedly, Chelsea have been given this transfer ban. But Chelsea have appealed against the decision, as I said. As I've already said, I've already done my Manchester City versus Chelsea preview for for the Carabao Cup final. Go check it out. I did it. I think it was yesterday. I did that preview for that as well. So anyway, the main breaking news is about this video, guys, is to confirm that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has lost faith. He's lost trustworthy. in Alexis Sanchez, and he doesn't trust him to play against Liverpool. Alexis Sanchez, Ole Gunnar Solsjaker. So basically, what it means is he wants Martial and Lingard to return to full fitness quick, so Martial and Lingard can be involved tomorrow, so you can avoid playing Alexis Sanchez. And I think the club themselves, the club obviously planning to sanction Alexis Sanchez off in the summer, due to him, underperforming, when he has been given the chance, as I currently said. But yeah, I can't wait for the game tomorrow. Going to be a very, very good game indeed. It's 2:05 kickoff. As I said, if we do win, we do remain in the top four. Of course, Arsenal play Southampton tomorrow as well. They kick off at the same time as we do against Liverpool. You probably think Arsenal will win at home against Southampton, to be quite honest with you. We have, there's games coming up for us, thick and fast. After Liverpool, it's Palace, and then I think it's Southampton, and it's PSG in the second leg of the Champions League, and then I think after that it is Arsenal, as I currently said, and then after that I think it's Wolves in the FA Cup quarter-final. We initially were supposed to be playing Manchester City, I think, on the 16th of March, I think, but obviously now it's been rearranged, of course, because obviously, we've got Wolves in the FA Cup. So anyway, drop your comments, likes below on the channel, guys. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless you all again.